Welcome to episode number 11 of From the Bunker podcast. Guys, I can't believe we made it 11 weeks. This is crazy. And we've got a damn full house tonight, and I love it. This is going to be the biggest episode of From the Bunker yet. You see, I'm wearing the hat Fore Golf, and today's episode is brought to you by none other than Fore Golf Apparel. A brand that was built by three golfers that wanted to keep great style with a premium price tag. In the winter of 2024, these guys started dialing in the fits. They've got some epic stuff. The mission was simple, guys. Comfortable stuff that the prices are comfortably affordable. And if you go to foregolfapparel.com, you will see that you can rack up a bag of stuff for what normally you would get like one polo for. So head over to foregolfapparel.com, use code From the Bunker at checkout for 10% off, and tell them that From the Bunker sent you. Guys, we've got a show for you tonight. Let me tell you, we appreciate everybody tuning in, but we've got a full house here. We got Neighborhood Golf Pro in the house. We've got Fore Right Sorry in the house. We've got, I've never met him until tonight, but I hear he's a legend. Jedi, we've got him in the house. We've got Weightless in the house. And we got the legend himself, JB Course Record in the house. Okay, so we've got a damn stack filled for you tonight. Now, if this crew pulled up to play in golf, you might be screwed. I'm just telling you now. But anyways, we're going to get to know these guys. They've got some stuff they want to share with you. But first, we're going to get to know them a little bit. I've met all of them but one, and I'm excited to have all you guys on. Thanks for coming on. First, I'm going to ask you guys, when did you get serious in golf? We'll start with Fore Right Sorry.
Lord, when did I get serious in golf? One of my earliest memories, I had a golf club in my hand. I played in high school, played a little bit in college. As far as the content creation thing, I didn't do social media until about, I don't know, maybe 8, 9 months, a year ago. I was playing with a friend. He filmed my swing. He put it online. And that's how I got in contact with you, Josh. You contacted me to play in the Creator Classic. And here I be. It's been wild.
Awesome. What about you, Neighborhood? How long have you been taking golf seriously?
I started golf when I was 8, and it was
Wow.
actually from Tiger Woods' PGA Tour. I think it was maybe 2000 or 2002, something like that.
Legit game.
Yeah, legit
Yes.
game. One of the best. And I just saw that. I was playing that. I'm like, I kind of want to give this a try in real life. And it was about 2 years later that I started playing in junior golf events and playing the Northeast Ohio Junior PGA, all that stuff. Going back that far, I've been playing competitively, went to school for it, played in college, played on tour, like the mini tours for a little bit. And when that didn't work out, I said, you know what, let's try content creation. So here I am.
The man is a stick. Let me just tell y'all, the man can swing it. Now, if you, I'm going to be honest with you, you walk up on Brad, I don't think most people would guess that the man can hit a golf ball like he does. But I'm telling you, it is awesome to see.
It looks like
That's where the name comes from, Neighborhood Golf Pro. I'm the golf pro from the neighborhood that you had no idea could play golf.
Absolutely. He does look like he might work at H&R Block, for real. Jedi, tell me, when did you start taking golf serious, brother?
My dad started me off when I was about 3. I went from there playing in some junior events around Eastern North Carolina. Started the first program at How About Middle with a girl named Jennifer Crow, who went on to play D1 golf. Went on from there to play high school golf. Was the first player at a How About High to get a full ride academic athletic golf scholarship. Went on to Fayetteville State, where I actually won a minority national championship, West Lucy, Florida. And right around COVID, I actually turned pro to be a program for the Carolina section of TGA, where I've also won 8 events there as well. So I'd say probably right around COVID when I really took it serious.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. You said you got a full ride scholarship?
Academic and athletic.
That's amazing, man. Congratulations.
Now, what I did with that was another story. I did go to college for a little while for it.
I understand. We'll be coming back to Jedi, talk to him a little bit more. Let's hear from the man, the myth, the legend, Weightless. When did you start taking golf serious, brother?
Jeez, I wish I could say a lot sooner than I did, to be completely honest.
Me too.
I think, yeah, I feel like I speak for a lot of people when I say that, but I'd say probably realistically, I started being serious about it like 10 years ago. I grew up watching Tiger Woods and golf was my thing. I feel like I've watched golf like people generally watch football, kind of that, I was that into it.
Right.
But I didn't really have a lot of access to it at the time growing up. So, needless to say, when I got myself into a better position to be able to really enjoy the game, take it on, take it seriously, I'd say probably realistically within the last 10, 12 years, still have a ton of work to do,
Yep.
but I feel like I'm making good progress and excited where I'm at now.
I feel like I've got a ton of work to do too. Wait, listen, but here's the thing that keeps me going is I meet guys like JB, like Brad, like my buddy Breaking 80, Adam, these guys that I've met that are great golfers, and they're not satisfied either. So that just goes to show me it doesn't matter how good I get, I'll never be satisfied with my game. So last but definitely not least, the man that'll run you out of a damn Mexican restaurant. The man that only eats spaghetti and drinks tequila, JB Course Record.
What's up?
When did you start taking golf serious, JB?
Well, my dad would always take me to the course, when I was growing up, like young, like 3, 4, 5. I wouldn't say I took it serious then. Obviously, I would hit a ball maybe once or twice a hole, then hop back in the car, be messing around in the woods. Not really worried about it. But the way I got into it, he would take me when I got about 10 years old. He would take me on Saturday mornings. He would play the money game. I would fish on the 18th hole.
Okay.
And that we had a good thing going there. But one day, I had the worst day of fishing ever. Didn't get a single bite, probably while he's making the turn. I'm pouting. I'm sitting on the truck bed. I'm done fishing. He gets done with the turn, comes back, and everybody starts bringing him all this money. Driving by, just hand them cash. I said, Dad, why are they doing that? He said, because I play good golf. I said, well, I'm done fishing. I want to learn how to play good golf. So that's how I got into it, about 10 or 11 years old. Started playing pretty competitively, probably about 13, 14. Played like the junior tours, all that. Played all throughout high school, college, and now here we are.
That's awesome, man. So when you tell that story, the only thing I could think of is the kid had never seen Kevin Van Dam, and then he was just on a golf course. So here it is. All right, let's go back around the room. We'll start with you this time, JB, and go backwards. One thing that people don't know about your game. So we all know that you're great, but what's one thing that people wouldn't know?
That's a good question.
Thanks, man.
Damn. One thing people don't know about my game, shit. Everybody thinks I'm long, and I don't play golf like that. I would say I'm pretty conservative off the tee, especially in competitive rounds. If we're out there messing around, shooting content, y'all rip driver. But in tournaments, and Brad can attest to that, I'll lay it back a lot and just play the numbers from there.
Love it. Love it. I think Weightless, you'll be next.
Sounds good. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, absolutely. So I was curious, what's one thing, Weightless, that people don't know about your game?
I can't say that there's much that people don't know about my game. I think really, I'm I'm an open book, if you will. My TikTok account will, show that, my YouTube account as well. It's I'm just along for the ride. Like, I feel like a lot of people, I connect well with a lot of beginner golfers who are kind of struggling and getting out there. But so, I mean, as far as someone not knowing much about my game, there's not. But I will say that a highlight of mine was I was playing a scramble for a buddy of mine who owns a gym, and we were played like a PGA, beat the PGA Pro on one of the holes. I decided to go ahead and pay the $20, and I beat the pro and putted for birdie right in front of everyone. It was one of the greatest achievements in golf.
Hell yeah.
In a couple of years for me. So that was exciting. So I guess that would be one thing that people don't know about my game. And that's it.
Man, the man's a stud, man. That's what he's trying to tell y'all. Don't mess with him.
That's the short.
Jedi?
So for me, and I'm glad I didn't have to answer this first, I'd say my ability to see the golf ball. I don't have a problem not seeing anyone else's golf ball, but as far as seeing mine, I have the hardest time in the world. For the most part, most people know me for hitting the ball long and for being a mental head case. So I'm constantly thinking about ways to get better or just never being happy with success or feeling as if I'm successful. The reason why we come to play golf because we know it's a sport that we can't conquer, but we try every day to do it. I'm a mental head case about that.
See, but it's people like that, man, that are super good at golf. Because, in my opinion, and it's because they're never satisfied. You can hit a shot. I know I mentioned this on another episode, but I know a local kid around here that's a super great golfer. But I'll play with him, and he'll shoot a shot 200 out, put it 13 inches from the hole, and be pissed about it and throw down another
Should've been
ball.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's awesome. Love that answer. Brad?
One thing that people don't know about my game, I cannot read a Bermuda green to save my life.
Oh, I know that about your game. I know that about your
These
game.
guys know that.
100%.
These guys know that. Outside of everybody on this call, I don't think anybody knows. I can't read a Bermuda green to save my life.
Hey, can I tell you something else nobody knows about Brad's game?
What's that?
They apparently don't have bunkers in Ohio because he might need
Yeah,
to
I'm
work
sure
on his
we'll have
sand
bunkers.
play just a little bit.
So you're saying that he can't hit a shot from the bunker?
Yeah,
Oh, he can.
I can.
It's not as good as the rest of his game. We'll put it that way.
It's serviceable. It gets
Serviceable.
me to a point to where I'm not gonna make a big number.
Want some shade early.
Yeah,
It's fair.
right.
It's
Hey,
really
this is a shots fired zone, boys. So buckle up.
Listen, up here in Ohio, our public courses do not have bunkers. Like the nicer courses have bunkers, but like I play public courses pretty much all the time, and yeah, you don't get that up here.
That's wild. There's a course here in the next town over as soon as you get into Tennessee called Dogwood Hills, and they do not have sand in their bunkers.
Yeah.
So it's literally just holes, here and there.
Got Cody Blevins. He plays there a lot, doesn't he?
He plays a dogwood. So I thought the same thing when I first found Cody, but it's actually a Dogwood Hills down near him, which is like 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours away from me. So it's a different Dogwood Hills. That course is actually in Alabama.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yep. I was when I first seen Cody's video, I was like, Dogwood Hills. I was like, that's right down the street. And then I looked at it, and I was like, that does not look like that course. And then I messaged him and was like, you play in Portland? And he's like, no, I play this in Alabama. So yeah, I thought the same thing. Fore Right, something we don't know about your game, brother.
First of all, before I answer this, I got to grab something. JB's got a golf club, and I feel left out, so we're gonna bring this in here.
JD's holding his blankie.
There we go.
This also kind of coincides with it. This is a wedge. Everybody on the internet knows I'm known for hitting the ball long ways, but I actually have a decent short game. It's not the greatest, but it's serviceable, But yeah, that's pretty much it. Everybody's like, hits the ball 300 and some yards. That's wonderful. But this little thing right here, it helps me out more often than not.
Love that.
I'm just going to
Love that.
keep
Yeah,
that
you're right.
right here. There we go.
You're right about that. I mean, a lot of people, they see a guy that can bomb irons, bomb driver, and they think he can't putt, he can't chip. But you got an all-around game, so that's awesome.
Well, my putting was absolute trash until Mr. Jedi Frazier hooked me up with a putting lesson, and now, shout out Jedi.
Well, I might have to come down there and buy a putting lesson from you, but you can't wear that Colt shit because it'll throw me off.
Yeah, I was going to say free of charge, but after that, we might have to amp up the prices.
I heard that. This time we'll start with you, Jedi. Best round you've ever played, where and why? Not necessarily the best score, but just your personal best round for you.
So I would say as a professional, and a quick backstory, I have a big family, and my dad's from the old school, so he'll never tell you when he's sick, hurting, anything like that. So he told us that the doctor diagnosed him with prostate cancer. But I had this prayer saved on my phone that he had prayed, and he had asked God to allow him to watch me play the big boys. So this was right when I turned pro in my very first professional event. I look to the crowd and I see him. I started on hole 14, bogeyed hole 16, played the last 5 holes in the rain in 262 to win the first tournament I've ever played, professional tournament at least. But the best round would probably be I started off 5 over through the first 6 holes at the golf course I was working at, and I played along with one professional basketball player, Helicopter, shout out to him, and 3 more guys, and they were just talking so much junk, and I turned around and shit 68, so I finished up 9 under the rest of the way, and that's probably the best round I could say I had, and it was because of the trash talking I was receiving. I was able to get back to that mental state of, I don't know why things are going bad, but the thing about golf is that you always have to have a go-to shot so that when you are playing bad, I can manage around the course until I get to the range afterwards. And I wound up managing this nice little block fade and made a few putts, and 68 was the final result of that.
That's epic. That's a hell of a round and a great story.
Both.
Adam, let's go to you.
Oh, it's the best round I've ever played. I shot 61 at Sapphire Valley, North Carolina. I was actually 17 years old at the time. So,
Wow.
Needless to say, my golf game has gone downhill since then. We're working on getting it back up, though. I actually had the final score wasn't what made it to greatest. What made it to greatest was I actually went albatross eagle back to back. So par five, par four, a hole one out on that, then hole one out from 115 yards on the next hole. So that was like my crowning achievement in golf. I'll never, never, ever do it again. I've been living off that I'm 43 now, so I've been living off that for quite a few years.
That is
do it
a
again.
epic story to tell, man. That sounds like it would have been a fun day. Did you have the boys with you at least or something?
Just me and my dad. That's what made it so cool too. It was just me and
Well, that's even better.
It was just me and dad out there. We were on vacation there. We lived in West Virginia at the time, so it was the last day before we had to go, and I just happened to be on that day.
That's awesome, man. That's absolutely awesome. We'll switch it up a little bit. JB, best round you've ever played, where and why?
Best round ever. I got a 60. That's my lowest. Never broke 60 before. Close. Shot 61 last summer. I don't know. It's hard to really pinpoint one. But I would say the most recent best round I played was at the Mid-Am this year in Dalton, up in Dalton, Georgia, Dalton Country Club. I had the tie for the lowest round of the day on the final round, and it should have been a lot lower. Shot 69 the final day, and probably had, I don't know exactly how many putts, but I missed a lot of putts that day. It should have been a lot lower. And I finished 5 back. So I grinded back, and there was a lot of really good players in that tournament. So proud of that. But to pinpoint exactly one,
The man's so good he can't pick one. That's the problem.
we'll go with day 2 of the Small Creator Classic.
That a boy. That a boy.
Good answer.
Thanks for the plug there, brother. Connor, tell me about your best round you've ever played, where and why.
All right. Best round was 2.5 months ago. My brother was in town for a couple of days on business. Just, last minute booking at my local course. It's called Star Ranch. I shot a 79. No bull. Sorry, I'm not sure if I can say.
You
what
can
I'd
say
like to
whatever you
say.
want, buddy.
But yeah, I mean, it was an incredible round for me, and a 79 was just absolutely epic.
It's awesome.
For many, might not. For many on this call, I can tell you for a fact it's nowhere near where they're going to tell you. But I mean, I was so stoked. I was happy, and I'm whittling it down. Going to get into the single digits next year. That's my goal. And that's kind of where I'm at. And it was awesome, epic.
Love it. Yeah, 79's a great round. I've barely broke 90 a few times. Like I think I've got an 86 once and a couple 89s. The 2 89s actually came in the same week. I just had a little spell where I was hitting it real good. But yeah, that's awesome, dude. Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Congrats on the
Thanks, man.
79. For us regular people, weightless, for us regular guys, that's
Exactly.
fucking impressive, buddy.
Right? Yeah, I'm getting there.
Right.
Hey, Connor, single digits this year, not next year.
It is
Yeah,
2026.
That is correct. That's the goal.
To
I
let you
love
know,
that.
only like the top 10% of golfers in the world can break 80. That rings a bell to you. I think it's the top 10%.
Yeah.
So think about that
does.
of all people in the world, and you're part of the top 10%.
Yep.
That's
I'm
where it
happy
goes.
with that.
It's hard to be happy with something because we always strive and strive for perfection, but we can't achieve that in this game. That's why we love it so much. But we'll
Yep.
get you there for sure. Stick around.
Mr. Make It Make Sense.
Make it make sense.
I also want to give a shout out to every one of the group. Honestly, they've helped me out tremendously in their own ways, like to get me to this point. So just had to give a shout out.
We're family.
Love that, boys. Love that. So, neighborhood, best round you ever played, where and why?
All right, so we're going to go back to when I was trying out for the golf team in college. First round, I shot 78. I was pretty far down the leaderboard. I remember leaving for the second round that day. My roommate wished me good luck. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to need it. 'Cause I think the guy that was the front runner of us freshmen shot like, 69 or 68 or something like that. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta go like super deep. Like this isn't gonna happen. So we go out round 2. I think I shot 64 bogey free. Ended up winning the entire qualifier. I beat everybody that was already on the team. Ended up being everybody that was already on the team and ended up getting the spot on the team. I've had lower rounds than that, but that was my best round.
I love that.
Under
Yeah,
the
Love
pressure,
that.
under everything that I needed, that was that.
That's an epic comeback, brother. That's a way to
Thank you.
make a golf team right there. I bet the coach come up to you like, here you go.
Oh yeah,
Sign
yeah,
here.
14 stroke improvement. That's impressive. 14 stroke improvement.
yeah. 14 stroke improvement from day 1 to day 2.
You know, in the time I've known Brad, that's one thing about his game is you just never really count him out because he will find a way. I don't know how he does it, but he'll find a way to like eke his way back in there somehow. He does it pretty consistently. He's never out.
I've done
He's
crazy
got that
stuff.
he's got just a little bit of tiger blood in him. You know, you let him hang around and he's going to figure his way back up to the top. So.
I mean, next time he's beating me, I'm just going to break his leg or something, put him out for good.
Or unless he hits it in a bunker.
The U.S. Open qualifier from this past year, 2025. It's on YouTube. It's on my channel. Check it out. I started out par, double bogey, 3-putted the second hole, 4-putted the third hole, and ended up shooting 74 and missed it by 2 shots.
Wow.
Like I'd never give up.
Son of a
Never give
motherless
up.
goat.
That's tough.
That is tough. By the way, guys, I'll put all y'all's links and everything to your YouTubes, your TikToks, all that shit in the fine print.
We appreciate that.
Fore Right, we'll start with you this time again. What's one shot you would trust with your life? So we're on the golf course. You've got to have it. What's that go-to shot?
You give me my 4 hybrid and the tightest fairway you can find and just go land in it.
Love that. Love that.
No lie.
Brad?
One shot I trust with my life. 124 yards with a pitching wedge. Sawed off pitching wedge.
Sawed off shotgun, baby.
Sawed off shotgun, man. 124.
Jedi, or rather, should I say Deadeye? And I'm talking about with the golf ball. One shot that you would trust with your life, brother.
Definitely a bad shot. And if I can't say a bad shot, probably a shot where I would have to carry at least 290, 300 yards downwind. Don't think I trust. Other than that, a bad shot.
What about that 2-iron
Okay.
stinger you got?
A bad shot.
God.
Mr. Bad Shot. And we ain't talking about the bad version of bad. Connor, what's the one shot, brother, that you trust with your life on the golf course?
I'd have to say 102 yards, 51 degree. Yeah, I feel comfy with that one. I don't know what it is. A little 51 degree. Yes, sir.
I like that. I carry
But
a
I
50,
will say-
but I didn't know about a 51.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
51's where it's at. I will
like
say,
that.
though, a 56 little nippy spinner that I learned from Fore Right Sorry has definitely come in handy a few times.
Fun to hit too, and
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
JB, what's that shot, brother, that if we go out on the course, you can hit it every time and you trust it with your life?
It's a 9-iron from anywhere from 145 to 155. My favorite shot.
Well, that's about a 7-iron for me, so congratulations. And I don't trust it at all. At all. For me, it's probably like a punch shot, dudes. For real. Like I learned this little punch shot earlier this year, and it is dangerous. Some rounds I should play it all round long. Like it is pretty crazy. JB, we'll start with you again. What's holding most golfers back right now? Quick answer: skill or mindset?
Both.
Okay.
And I guess it starts with the mindset of how you approach the game and obviously how you approach it, how you get more skill.
All right. I like that. Jedi, what do you think? Skill or mindset?
No matter the golfer, it's always mindset, whether you're a novice golfer or a PGA professional. Skill could take a toll as well, but definitely mindset.
Like that. Fore Right, what do you think?
I'm going to go with mindset number 1, and then I pick an option 3, even though there isn't one. I'm going with time. You know, anybody can learn how to play golf well. A lot of people just don't have the time to do it. When you just go out once a week, you don't spend any time at the range. So I'm going to go with mindset first off, and then number 3, even though there's no number 3, time.
I like that answer a lot. That is very true, and I think a lot of people will appreciate that. Brad, what about you, buddy? What's your opinion on this? Skill or mindset?
I'm going mindset specifically. I think people look at the trouble instead of where they're supposed to be hitting it, and then they hit it into the trouble. If they just look
Every
at
time.
where they want to hit it every single time, yeah, they would improve their scores drastically.
Dramatically.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Yeah.
dramatically.
What a
What the hell
word.
was that?
That I bet you looked that up in the dictionary, and it's got a great description.
I'm
Oh,
using that from
100%.
now on.
It's going in there now.
I heard that. Webster is currently updating the dictionary. Weightless, what about you, buddy? Last but not least, skill or mindset?
Yeah, 100% mindset. It's got to be, I can tell you from personal experience, I've had probably 30 lessons and they've all, helped me in some way. But ultimately, what it comes down to is getting out of your head, knowing that you have the athletic ability to do it, and just trusting yourself. And it's all, yeah, I'd have to say 100% mindset.
Love that. Love that. Jedi, you've played golf at the highest level, man, amateur and professional levels. What separates elite players from everybody else?
Actually, Adam just answered this, and it's simply time. A lot of us have full-time jobs where we're putting 8, 10 hours in a day where the PGA golf ball, tipping and putting. So I'd say it's definitely a combination between time and resources. You give any of us in this chat 8 hours a day to practice, TrackMan, everything fitted for us to a T. There's no reason why no one on this chat could go mini tour, maybe even professional tour, the PGA tour. So a little mixture of both individually and then collectively as well.
I love and appreciate that answer. Really, that's really mind opening, if you will, for somebody like me. So, that's awesome. Great answer. What did winning a college national championship teach you that you still use to this day?
I've got one saying that I use, and it holds supreme to that, and it's hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. I feel like, of course, it's the difference between skill and talent. I feel like I have talent towards the game.
At certain points, we depend upon talent to get us through, but talent doesn't always work. But we can always go back to that hard work. Remember putting those sweat and tears of 20 straight 3-footers, and I missed the 19th one. I got to start back over. So that hard work that we put into making our craft better is the one thing that I learned from playing in those events that I've carried on with me from college to now.
I like that.
Yeah, that quote's real nice. I like that. As a PGA pro, what is the number one mistake that amateurs make that is easy to fix?
Stop watching YouTube golf. Like watching all the instructors on YouTube telling you need to do this to your swing, you need to do that, because a lot of those are either gimmicks, they're trying to sell something, or have you to create what they see a perfect swing. You look at Tiger from back in the days, or Adam Scott, Rory McIlroy, and golf doesn't work like that. You swing your own swing, and maybe there's certain things within your swing, like I call gaps. Your setup, grip alignment, posture, stance. If you focus on that and make sure that those 4 elements, which comprise your setup, is on point, everything else will flow. But so many people are stuck on, well, I need to get the medicus because the medicus say I need to be here at P1, P2, P3, whatever the case may be. But golf doesn't work that way. People have disabilities, and I can't get my swing to where Adams is. Adams can't get his swing to where mine is. It's just what makes golf golf. So I think just the ability to stay away from all of the YouTube lessons and see your local PGA Pro, getting a lesson from them and understanding the process. Like, it takes time. It's not like shooting a layup. Okay, I missed a layup here. Let me try this. Golf is all about time, and it may take you a day to understand something, or it may take you a year. But just being able to put in that time and, making things work.
Yep.
Man, I tell you, I love this guy. And this is the first time I'm meeting him. But guys, if you have listened to me at all, ever on this podcast, ever in some of my videos, most of you will know that I have been bitching about wanting to find somebody that will work with me and build a swing that is built for me. I am tired of going to these people that are like, well, this is what the book says. This is the golf swing. This is whatever. And my body's not built that way. First of all, I'm fat. Second of all, I got a bad back. You know what I'm saying? I can't swing like, Tiger freaking Woods, man, or I can't do that picturesque swing. And here's a PGA professional telling you that everybody has a unique swing, and you've got to find somebody that will look at your swing and say, hey, if we do this it might not be ideal or what the book says per se, but for you, this is how you're going to get consistent and better at golf. And that's crazy, dude. I've got to get in the same room with you and let you watch me swing your golf club a couple times.
Brother, Send me a video anytime, no matter the time of the day. I've got to. I mean, and just think about it. We all think that Adam Scott has the perfect swing. Look at Jim Furyk. Look how crazy his swing is. But every year he's been like the most consistent ball striker on tour. So it's not about how you do it. It's about getting it done, getting it back into that slot, no matter how you have to do it. But just send me a video. I got you covered, brother. You and anyone else.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
And we'll have all Jedi's links and ways to contact him down in the description, guys, wherever you're watching this. So y'all make sure to check that out and check this gentleman out. He is amazing, and I hear that he is a absolute stick.
His inbox after you post that is going to have about 50,000 messages in it with people's golf swing. People will call me and be like, "Why the hell did I say that?"
If you had one drill golfers should do every week, what is it?
The towel drill. Setting a towel in your armpits and squeezing it there, because that's one drill that works for every swing, whether it's the full swing, the 3/4 swing, or the punch shot, the chip, the putt, wherever the case may be. Just keeping that connection throughout the swing is like a foundation. Like, you don't want to have a foundation and you have 2 inches of concrete when you needed 8 inches of concrete. So you have to start with a good base, and having a towel in your armpits create that great solid base. And that's something everyone should try every day. And it's hard to do. So, take it little by little, take, 50% swings, or start with 25% swings and then work your way up until you can do it 100% swing, and then incorporate that to your normal swing without the towel. I think it'll be a great tip for any and everyone.
If you had 30 days, Jedi, to drop somebody's handicap fast, and it seems like you're going to do it with a couple of these guys like Mr. Weightless, what would you focus on first?
Why would I need 30 days? First and foremost, most people go to a golf course, they hit golf balls, and they're just hitting golf balls. They don't understand the process. I would never say go and beat balls. The first thing we're going to do is short game, and we're going to beat short game until I can't beat into you anymore, because, that's where you lower your scores. 99% of the time, you're going to have to hit a shot from 120 yards in. The other percentage is when you're like Adam and you just hole out from everywhere. Beat short game into your system first, and after we get short game down, then we'll work on irons, then woods, but always revisit short game after every lesson, no matter what it is. But definitely short game.
Love that. Love that. That's something that I need to get better at and work on. But again, I appreciate you coming on here and sharing your knowledge. And I cannot wait to meet you and all that stuff. Look forward to that. And guys, check out Jedi, PGA professional. All of his stuff is going to be down in the descriptions wherever you're getting this podcast. Y'all make sure to check him out. Give him some follows. Hit him up if you need some help working on your golf game. And I know there's a few of you listening that need some help.
We all need help.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I need more than golf help, Adam. I need a lot of help. All right, guys. Right here, we've got my man, Weightless Golf. All his descriptions or contacts will be down in the description below as well. Let's start off by, where did the name Weightless Golf come from?
So it started out as like Ace Weightless. My brother used to call me Ace, right? Weightless kind of came from a snowboarding nickname. We had a group of guys that would snowboard. I grew up in Salt Lake City, Utah, and that's what I would do in the winters, right? When I couldn't golf, which is a lot of the time if you've been to Utah, right? So primarily there's a snow season, and a lot of that time I used snowboarding. And so my buddies just, we would just kind of take a few runs, powder runs, and you feel weightless. I don't know if there's anyone who can kind of, side with me there who's been snowboarding, but if you've been snowboarding and you know how to do it, you get kind of a weightless feeling. So ultimately, that's where it came from. It's kind of funny how it evolved. Had nothing to do with golf originally, right? But that's kind of what it evolved to, and I just kind of stuck with it.
That's awesome. I love that.
I did not know that. That's awesome. Yeah. I fucking love snowboarding. It's
yes.
If I couldn't golf, that'd be probably what I would.
I've always wanted to go snowboarding, man, but I've never did it. So we might have to plan a trip sometime.
I could not picture you on a snowboard.
This guy.
Golf for game. If you ever do it, please set the tripod up.
Put that online.
No, I film everything, JB.
100%. That's what would happen. GoPro strapped to the chest, just like following him down every second. It'd be fun. Let's do it.
Your content is super golf based, of course. You do a really good job with the videos you put out. What do you think golf content creators kind of overcomplicate the most?
Geez, that's a good question. I think, what's kind of funny is a lot of the content that I spend the most time on, editing, refinishing, if you will, turns out to be the least favorite from my fans, from my followers, if you will. So I will say that I found that a lot of the kind of spur of the moment material that you send out there, you're like, I'm just going to post one for today. It'll be fun. Who cares? Tends to do the best. And so I think that being said, I think a lot of content is overcomplicated. It doesn't have to be complicated. I think the more kind of genuine you can be and show of yourself, like my content is all just the struggle is real. I'm learning how to play. I love the game, everything about it, right? Follow me with my struggle and not try to make it all pretty. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times content creators make it too pristine and camera ready. It doesn't have to be that.
Yep, I would agree, and I think everybody on this panel would agree, guys. You throw a video up, you think this is going to do shit. I just need to post something, and it does 20,000 views. Then you spend 3 hours working on an edit. You post that bad boy up. You go back 6 hours later, it's got 37.5 views.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. We've been there, brother. So yeah, that's awesome. We love your content. Keep going. Never give
Thanks,
up.
my guy.
Keep golfing.
Appreciate that.
What's one swing thought, Weightless, that you wish that you could just hit the delete button on right now?
Hit the delete button on, or just like drill in? Because there's one that I'd like to just drill in specifically, and that's to forget everything. You know what I mean? You do the mechanics, you do that on the range, short game, whatever it is, you work on that separately from them being on the course. And I think that's been like a really difficult thing for me to instill, is okay, when you get to the course, just don't necessarily focus on the outcome, just understand the mechanics. You've already got them ingrained, and then just trust yourself for it, trust yourself with it, and know you can do it. The more you stand over a shot and think, oh, I need to put position 1, position 2, where am I, that you're just going to screw yourself up. So it's more of just knowing that you can do it and committing to it than anything else.
So basically, instead of hitting the delete button, Weightless wants to hit the delete all button.
Correct. Yes.
I love that.
Control A, Control V, I think it is for delete.
I think my keyboard actually has a delete all. So we're just going to hit that bad boy.
That's the one.
How do you balance life and content creation?
Ooh, that's a tough one. You've definitely got to be able to separate the two. And I think that kind of what I do professionally allows me enough time to do just the bare minimum. And ultimately, my goal is to not do the kind of 9 to 5 desk job thing where I can actually focus 100% on content creation. That's the goal. But I think for me, it's really just getting as much content as I possibly can, snipping it, utilizing it, being smart with it. And then, but the bottom line is family. Like that comes first over absolutely anything for me. So content creation for me has really become kind of a side passion. It's not what I would do to sacrifice necessarily what I have with my family. And so it'll always come second, but I'm always going to find time for it because it is a passion of mine.
Man, that's awesome. It is a juggle, if you will, not a struggle, but a juggle, as most of us here know. I mean, it's kind of a full-time job to do what we all aspire to do. At least it is for me. So you're kind of working and doing your normal life, and then you got a whole separate, hours and hours a day that you spend trying to conquer the dream. So totally get that. If you could give content creators one word of advice, what would that one word be?
Persistence.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Persistence.
Persistence. Not even consistency necessarily, like persistence. Like you can have lulls in, creating content or providing content to your followers. You can have them, but it can't be for long. I think for ultimately it comes down to being persistent. That's it, right? Consistency can kind of come and go, lulls and peaks, if you will, right? But I think if you just stay committed and persistent, good things will happen.
Love that. Love that. Appreciate you coming on. Guys, Weightless Golf, all of his stuff will be down in the description wherever you're watching this. Go check my man out. Super awesome, super chill guy. He was here at the Small Creator Classic. Got to meet him. Appreciate you coming out for that, and hope that you're back for round 2 later this fall.
Yes, sir.
Look forward to seeing you again. But it was nice having you on. Nice learning a little bit about you.
Absolutely.
And thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Josh.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, JB course record, guys, and he's not playing about the course record deal. According to his TikTok bio, he's got 2. Plus handicap golfer, Srixon partner. We're going to talk to JB course record, brother, the winner of the first annual Small Creator Classic. Thanks for coming on tonight. First thing I want to ask you, 2 course records. What was clicking those days? Tell us about those 2 rounds.
First off, thanks for having us, Josh.
Absolutely.
Make sure y'all check out Josh Golf a Game.
Thanks, buddy.
It'll be in the bio. But so what was clicking those days? For both of those days, they were pretty separate, kind of on the opposite ends of the spectrum. The first one I shot 60. Started out eagle, birdie, 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 birdie. I just basically had to just cruise, and the back nine was easier, so I just had to cruise on in that day. The second one, that was 4/21, 2024, I believe. I remember it because it was the day after a holiday. But that day, I only shot 3 under on the front. That day, I only shot 3 under on the front. One of my buddies, the course we were at was in Monroe. It's called Bear Creek. Great course. Pretty challenging. Shot 3 under on the front. Nothing special. And then my buddy, he just moved to the area, and I played college golf with him. Great guy. I hadn't seen him in years. And we've been trying to get together and play. And I said, hey, man, I'm out here today. He's like, I might be able to catch the back nine. He catches the back nine. And I hadn't played with this guy in years. So I wanted to, beat the shit out of him. So I made a couple eagles and a couple birdies on the back. Probably a few birdies. Scorecards out there. But absolutely drummed him. And he's like, man, like, what happened? Well, I got a little bit better.
I got a little bit better.
Those are the 2 course records. I had one last summer. You asked me previously in the podcast. I shot 61 and I lipped out on 18. It's a par 4, short hole, and drove it over the green. It was a back flag, and I drove it. It took a look at the hole for a 1 and lipped out for the chip to get the course record. So,
wow.
So yeah, that was.
And I mean, actually, you could put unofficial number 3 because I mean, unofficially, the man also holds the course record at Kenny Perry's Country Creek.
Yeah, so, that one's probably never going to be broke. 57.
57, baby. That was a day. That was a day. As a plus handicap, what separates elite players mentally?
What do you consider elite?
Well, I mean, I'd say that the man that can go out and shoot 57 and holds 2 course records is pretty elite.
Mentally, just being in that position before, knowing that you've done it 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, having something
experience.
Experience, yeah.
Yeah.
Words, yeah.
Love that. And that's kind of what Jedi was talking about with the time thing, right? Like, you've had a lot of time to play a lot of golf, so you've been there and done it. You've seen that
same
shot.
Thing with what Connor said. He said, I wish I would have started a lot earlier. He's only been doing it for about 10 years.
Yep, absolutely. What's different about playing golf when your miss is still great? Because, like me, if I miss, I'm screwed. You miss, it's probably still a good shot for somebody like me.
That's a great question. When I play competitively, lay back because, if I'm out there ripping drivers, it's either going to, it's going to be an A1 position or not, basically. When you hit it pretty far, the golf course gets pretty skinny up there. But I'll lay back, and my go-to shot is, you asked me earlier, I said it's a 9-iron from 145 to 155. It's really close between that and a 3-iron off the tee box. My 3-iron off the tee box, if I'm playing in a tournament, I'm hitting that probably probably more than my driver. And that miss is always going to be in play, and it's rarely going to be offline. So, that's
I think that you use that 3-iron maybe a little bit or a little more often than not up here at the Small Creator Classic, right?
that was kind of all a blur. If you want to ask that, but
JB, I got you. Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. So just to give people a perspective, somebody like JB, okay, and Jedi and Brad, Adam. Sorry, Weightless, but me and you don't qualify for this.
I get it. I totally get it.
He will.
But for these guys that are elite, if you will, the top tier, the top percentage of golf, like JB came to play in the Small Creator Classic as everybody here except Jedi was at. And the day before, he come out and play a practice round. And I've never in my life seen this, but a man is out there playing a practice round and taking notes on the golf course, what he's going to do, where he wants the ball to go, what the plan is.
Who did
That
that?
is you.
I had a practice round.
Yeah. we got a video shotgun in the beer together, JB. You were writing down, hit a 3-iron, hit driver, hit 3-wood. You were mapping out what you were going to do. And maybe because you were going to be drunk the whole time, I don't know. But what I'm thinking, right, is this man's out here mapping out his round because he's coming, like he's a different level of golfer. And this is how when you get to that
I
level.
bet that's like on the outside looking in, I bet that's such a douchey thing to look at. I bet
I didn't think it was douchey at all.
so.
I thought it
you
was.
did.
I don't think so.
I
That's
bet
just
you
smart.
did.
Is what that is.
No, I thought it was smart.
I
I'm
wasn't about to
thinking,
drive 20 hours and do all that shit that we did that we can't get into on this, but I wasn't about to do all that to come up there and not win. You know what I
right.
mean?
But
It was
what I'm
probably-
saying, and this is the reason that it's not douchey, is I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, I'm fucking up. Like, I need to be taking notes when I go play golf now. Like, I got to go home, buy a backpack and a notebook and, just ride
Get you
around
a
in the
lot of
golf
notes.
cart and scope this bitch out.
Get you a typewriter.
Yeah. I'm pulling up Apple Notes on my phone, like, all right, hit an 8-iron here. Don't fuck up, But yeah, that's just something that I think, that's just one small little snippet of what can separate guys like y'all. JB, how did the Srixon partnership come about? I know that you're partnered with Srixon in some shape, way, or form. How did that come about?
Good question. So I got a couple guys that I've, obviously met going through the game. And then the one that actually got the deal done was winning a club championship. So whoever won the club championship got to become a staffer, and that's kind of what got me into it. And then, meeting everybody else through that. It's kind of what helped that continue.
That's epic. That's epic. I did not even know that was something that was an option or offered or ever done. So that's super cool to know that, you can make shit happen by going and playing really, really good golf like that. Last one for you. This is our viral question, JB, so don't fuck this up.
Oh, shit.
What's the biggest myth that mid-handicappers believe about low handicappers?
Biggest myth that mid-handicappers believe about low handicappers. Country clubs.
Okay, elaborate on that.
They, when somebody sees a low handicap as a mid-handicap, they probably think they somehow have some ties or links to a country club. More than not, I would say.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
It goes back to what Jedi and Connor were saying, I believe. Time and resources. So, and I've heard you mention it on this podcast before about, was it Park Mammoth?
Yep.
Is that the one with the nice practice facility? So, if you go there compared to, some municipal course, you're going to get a lot more efficient and effective practice in there than you would putting through whatever.
Kenny Perry's greens.
Well,
Don't
Kenny
say
Perry
that word to
is
me ever again.
JB, I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked Jedi. If you had one drill golfers should do every week, what is it?
It's a good question, Josh. Or should I say golfer game? I would go with gate drill, the putting drill, anywhere from 3 to 5 feet. Put a couple tees down, one on the toe, one on the hill. and just knock down as many of those as you can. Set a goal for yourself, whether it be 5, 10, somewhere between that, maybe 6 or 7. Any goal you have, make 10 in a row, 20 in a row, 40 out of 50, whatever it is. Knock down your short putts. Those are the ones that matter. Oh, and then real quick, I wouldn't be right if I didn't shout out my sponsors. Shout out to Srixon. Got that beautiful golf club right there. Look at that.
That is sexy.
That is a nice club up there. And then Divots, private golf club here at Lake Oconee, Georgia. Very elite private golf club. 24/7 access, 3 bays, full bar, poker table in the back. We won't talk about that. Beach Roofing, Bid Red Roofing, Williams Contracting. So shout out to all y'all. Appreciate the support. Make sure y'all follow everybody down in the description. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Yeah, y'all go check out JB Course Record. One of the coolest cats in the game. Absolute epic content. So y'all go check out JB, man. And shout out to all his sponsors as well. We appreciate y'all. Next, I want to talk to the man, the myth, the legend, Fore Right Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Another guy that I have met on TikTok, came down, played really, really well in the Small Creator Classic, and I think you actually got sick. It was like 210 degrees, and I think you got feeling bad too, like that second day, I believe. So,
I got a hell of a headache that second day.
Yeah, appreciate you coming down for that, and you're in North or South Carolina?
In Spartanburg, South Carolina.
South Carolina, love that. When did you realize that golf content actually, could become something real and was something that you wanted to do?
Probably less than a year ago. Like I said, I didn't really do social media. I had a buddy I went and played golf with. He took a video of my swing, put it on his page, and then you contacted me. That's the first time I was like, wow, okay, maybe I should start doing this. Started a little bit after that and really got big into it probably 6, 7 months ago. So not too awful long. I'm a golfer first, content creator second.
I love that, man. And also make some really, really epic content. Like you might even catch them in a skirt every now and then or a dress. I mean, you never know with Fore Right Sorry. What separates content that hits from content that flops in golf, you think?
Number one, the content has to be relatable. That's one of the most important things. It just has to be, I can go out there and take my 8-iron and hit the ball 192 yards with it. People don't want to see that every time. Once in a while, sure, it's fun, but you have to change it up. You have to keep it relatable. You have to just make sure that's, make sure it's something for everybody.
Yeah.
And
I agree with
one
that.
other thing, what makes content hit is not filming a video and standing there over the ball for 30 seconds before you hit it, because that shit's just going to get swiped right on by. See you later.
Yeah. I like those videos where they're hitting it as soon as it starts.
And going back to, just to put some context on me wearing a dress. I actually made a video making fun of Paige Spearnack where I had a dress on. She actually commented on it. So that was kind of cool. And then I ended up, long story short, I lost a bet to my wife and I had to play a whole hole wearing a dress. So if anybody wants to see what these legs look like, it's on TikTok.
And it's great watch. Y'all go check that out. All of Fore Right stuff will be down in the description as well, along with everybody else. You had mentioned it, relatable, and you talked a little bit about skill, but do you think do you like to focus more on relatable content or skilled?
I think a mixture of both. Depending on how you spin it, you can still be relatable while doing something skillful. If you're trying to help people get better, you can still show off your skill while being relatable. But there's a big problem right now in the whole social media golf space where people only want to post good shots. You're like, oh my God, if I shank one, I don't want anybody to see it. Now, if you shank it, put it out there. That's what makes, some of the better golfers on YouTube relatable. I'm not going to mention any names, the DOD King, but a lot of people, maybe don't post all their shots, DOD King. Anyway.
Hey, and if you want to see somebody that does post all their shots, go watch my shit, because I promise you there's plenty of shanks. So yeah, I appreciate you saying that, man. And that's very true. A lot of guys that, matter of fact, Cody Blevins, who we had on earlier in the year, he posted a video the other day that I absolutely loved, and it was making fun of the shot tracer. It was showing his ball going straight right, and he had the shot tracer going straight into the hole. And I said, this is freaking classic. Like, this is why I don't use a shot tracer. Unless you're as good as like Brad, JB, Adam, Jedi, you probably shouldn't be using a shot tracer, in my opinion. But that was an awesome video. But what's the hardest part of staying consistent as a creator? For you?
The hardest part about like consistently posting and everything.
Yeah, I mean the whole grind of it, posting, filming content, editing, the whole grind. What would you say is the hardest part about staying consistent with it? Like for me, it would probably be just the time.
Yeah, it's pretty much time for me. I'm a full-time paramedic. As all the guys on here know, I'll work, but 48 to 96 hours in a row. Thank God I've got a whole like golf day set up in my ambulance bay where I can hit balls, which helps. Between work and family, it's sometimes it's hard to find time. That's really the main thing. And now with this new project we're doing, we'll talk about later, I'm doing a lot of editing for that. So my TikTok's kind of dropped off a little bit while I was learning how to edit. It wasn't pretty when I started, but it's getting better and I'm starting to find out I can do it quicker. So my time's starting to inch back up a little bit. But I think just time is the main problem.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's probably the problem for most everybody for the most part. If golf TikTok disappeared tomorrow, would you still be doing content?
Oh yeah, I enjoy it. Like I said, I'm a golfer first, a content creator second. That being said, I found that I really enjoy the filming. If TikTok was gone tomorrow, I'll post on YouTube. If YouTube's gone tomorrow, I'll post on X. If X is gone, you're going to see the first ever man wearing a dress golf OnlyFans page. Y'all better subscribe to it too.
$19.99 a month. Links in the bio.
Nobody want to see that.
Absolutely not. But Fore Right Sorry, guys. He's an excellent follow. Was super glad to get to meet him, have him up here for the Small Creator Classic. Super glad to have him on the podcast. Appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you reaching out to me about coming on. And all of his links will be down below where you can find him and everybody else here. Neighborhood Golf Pro, guys, up in Ohio, near Youngstown-ish, right on the Pennsylvania line, I believe, right, neighborhood?
Yep, that's right.
And a hell of a golfer, like we mentioned earlier, I think. Neighborhood definitely isn't the guy that you would think is going to come out and take your lunch money, but he's going to come take your damn weekly grocery money. Great guy, great golfer, has been a real good friend to me. Appreciate you coming on, Brad. Why do you think everyday neighborhood style golf content resonates so well?
First off, appreciate you having us on, Josh. The reason why I think like the everyday neighborhood golf pro style content can do well and does do well is because I don't think golf is sticking with the whole country club lifestyle anymore. I think it's really kind of turning to the more blue collar, kind of public golf course style, type of vibe. So, we talked a lot earlier about content kind of being relatable. And I think neighborhood style content is just more relatable.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's getting less country club, more everyday guy. You see a lot more t-shirts on the golf course these days, especially at the ones that I work at. So, that's absolutely true. And I think people like stuff that they can connect with, and you're a very relatable guy. What's the most relatable golf struggle you see in the comment section?
I would say it's definitely struggling with a slice. And, I feel like a lot of amateur golfers struggle with hitting a slice. And what's hard from my perspective as somebody who kind of gives lessons and, posts tips is there's not really a one size fits all thing that's going to fix a slice. You see the videos, the clickbait where it's like, hey, this one thing will fix your slice. Well, I got news for you. That doesn't exist because there's at least a dozen different things that are causing it or could be causing it.
You are right. Slicing is a big problem, even a problem for me. How do you balance being entertaining without losing credibility?
Well, I try to stick with tried and true, tips, drills, stuff like that. And I try to display it in a way that's, fun to listen to, that's more engaging.
Yeah.
I try to make it feel like I'm actually communicating to the people that are watching the video and not just kind of like, hey, put this ball underneath your foot and whatever and try to rotate and keep your weight wherever. I'm trying to engage the audience on those.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think you do a good job of that too. I really
Thank you.
do.
Thank you.
And guys, this is Neighborhood Golf Pro. All of his stuff is down in the description below. What's your goal with content long term, Neighborhood?
Well, long term, we've all kind of talked about how, a lot of us think that we can go pro. We know that we can go pro, make it on tour. And I think that's really the direction I want to go eventually. Is this has been kind of my journey to how I'm getting there, or what I'm doing. Um, you see a lot of that with Wesley, with George, how they kind of film the behind the scenes on when they're playing these tour events.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I would like to do too, and show everybody what I did to get there.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see it. I know you're going to get there. I know a couple of y'all on this panel, if not all of you.
We can all get there.
Besides me is going to get there. But yeah, that when I see you at the Masters, I want tickets. You feel me? I just want a ticket.
You want to caddy me in the par 3 contest?
Absolutely. I
Let's
want
do
to caddy
it.
for you all weekend. What kind of golfers do you want your audience to turn into?
I want them to be the best version of themselves that they can be. I want them to look at my content, look at my swing tips and stuff like that. And instead of just thinking of it as a drill that's going to instantly make them better, I want them to look at it as I'm showing them what to look for in their golf swing and how they can apply this to their golf swing.
Yep, absolutely. And I think you do a great job of that as well. As I mentioned, you do a great job just connecting and explaining things really well.
Appreciate that.
Well, the reason that all of you guys came on today is y'all have put together something special, I think. I think it's going to be absolutely epic, and y'all want to announce it to the world. So, Mr. Fore Right Sorry, I'm going to give you the floor.
So first of all, I'd just like to thank you, Josh, hashtag Golf for Game, for you kind of don't realize it, but you played a huge part in this. We all came to the Creator Classic, all of us here, but Jedi, who we actually met through someone who was at the Creator Classic. So you're kind of the reason this is all together. So
Hey, I appreciate that,
you.
fellas.
So we all met down there. We had a blast. We all got along really well, and we just kind of decided, why aren't we filming content together? We all take in a lot of golf content, and we feel like we have something to offer, feel like we could do some stuff better. We kind of want to change the YouTube / social media, whatever content creator golf game out there. We have the ability to change it.
I think you do. So these guys have started something called the Smash Factory. Okay. And whoever wants to can answer this, but tell me, what is the Smash Factory in one sentence?
Vibes, good golf, and just change the game.
I love that. I love that. Why start a golf group, a challenge group, content group? What is the benefit, or why is the reason that y'all wanted to do this, other than just, we all got along? Like, what is the goal or the biggest reason y'all wanted to pull this off?
So right now in the content creation space, it's so gate kept. When you see good play, who do they play with? They don't play with John Smith from across the road. They play with the Brian Bros. They play with Bob Doe Sports. They play with Bryson. It's very gate kept, and it's very select few who get to play together on YouTube and have all the fun. We want to do it different. We not only, granted, I'm not going to turn down playing with good, but we want to go around all over the United States, all over the world if possible, and we want to get these other small content creators involved. We want to give people their shot. We want to give people a voice. It should not be gate kept. Golf is a game for everybody, whether you're 3 years old or 103 years old. YouTube golf should be the same way. We want to give everybody a voice. We want to see everybody swing, and we want to give everybody a shot, and we just want to vibe and have a good time while we do it.
Guys, I don't know if you're saying, like, that put a smile on my face, and reason being is that's the exact reason that I wanted to do the classic. And that's why I'm so happy about this group, is because the whole point of that deal, the whole point of it was about nothing else but this right here. And for you to want to basically, you all met at an event like that, and now y'all want to create a group to take that around the world. It's freaking epic, and I love it. and y'all are going to do really, really well with this. I love that answer. What kind of content can people expect? So are we doing challenges? Are we doing like verses? Or is it going to be
Listen,
a mix?
we're gonna run the whole gamut. We already have one video out on our thing. It's JB and I, part one of trying to break 50. We're doing, like I said, we're doing the break 50s. We're gonna do some invitationals where we play all each other. We want to go put on some tournaments of places to bring other creators together. If you can imagine it, we're gonna do it.
That's
I might even
absolutely awesome.
put on a dress again. I don't know.
And if you haven't seen that video, go check it out.
We saw also like throwing some clinics and lessons as well for the public. You don't really see anyone else throwing out lessons and clinics, but there's different amenities that we want to reach out to, not just the big broadcast of golf, but maybe, kids. We want to keep the kids involved in golf, get them off the streets, let them know that there's a different avenue than just, the streets itself. Yeah, the streets can give you love, but guess what? The love this golf game can give you is way deeper because you can do this from the time you're born, time you can walk necessarily 3, 4, till pretty much the time you die. No other sport will allow you that ability. Basketball, football, the time you turn mid-30s, early 40s, you're done with that. But in golf, you're just getting started. So we want these kids to know there's more to life than just what they see out in the real world. So we want to throw some clinics for the kids, even the adults, and lessons and all.
I love that. Love that. That's
But
absolutely awesome.
before I forget, we have one member that's not on here today.
I was about to say that.
You guys have probably heard of her. Her name is Kelly Rudney. She is the 2025 Women's World Long Drive Championship. She won with, what was it? She hit a 413-yard drive, but she won it with 406.
Okay.
She can't be here. She's got some stuff going on today, but shout out Kelly Rudney. Much love. You guys will see her in our videos. If you check out my TikTok, you can see her hitting you with a foam golf ball. It's pretty horrible.
Mine too.
But yeah, I just wanted to shout out Kelly before I forget. She just can't be here today. She wishes she could, but anyway,
Yeah,
sorry, Josh, go ahead.
No, you're good, man. Shout out Kelly. I'll have all of her stuff down below as well, so y'all can find her easily. And yeah, I seen that foam golf ball video. That was crazy. That looked like it hurt pretty daggone bad. And hopefully we'll get the Smash Factory back on, kind of regularly a couple times a year, and she can join y'all next time that you come on because, all these faces, I just love seeing it. So is this going to be competitive entertainment or both?
It's going to be both. You're going to see a lot of competition between all of us, and you're going to see some competition with some other groups. Hopefully some of the upper echelon groups, but we're just most excited just to shoot with regular creators. That's what we're most excited about.
I love that.
And like we talked about earlier, educational as well.
Yeah. And just to jump back to that real quick, what Jedi said is, I love that. And you're right. We don't have enough of that. At least if they're doing it, they don't talk about it with some of these bigger groups, and not really calling anybody out, but just saying like some of these bigger groups that we know are, ringing in the dough, man. It wouldn't cost them that much money to put on a clinic, give some kids that need it or that want to play golf or need it, some hats and gear, and take them out and show them the game and teach them etiquette and things like that. Because
100%.
Yeah, golf is bigger than just going out and hitting a ball, man. It teaches you how to be a good man. It teaches you how to self-respect. It teaches you how to respect your peers, good sportsmanship, how not to cheat in life and shit like that. So, yeah, that's super cool, and I'm so glad that y'all are doing this and doing that. And from the bunker and myself, anything y'all need, you already know. I'll be happy to help you.
Appreciate that.
How can golfers or creators get involved? So, like, if somebody wanted to play y'all or donate or whatever, how could they do that?
Super simple. Hit us up on our socials. Super easy to get a hold of us. If you guys want to play, you want to be on a channel, hit us up on Smash Factory. Hit us up on our individual socials. That's one thing that we want to stay true to is given the choice. Yeah, I want to play with Good Dad. I want to play the Brown Bros. But you know what? We're going to travel over, hopefully, the country, hopefully the world. And we want to get all of these smaller creators involved. We want to give everybody a voice, everybody a swing. And that's what it's all about, because that's where we're at right now. Nobody knows who we are, but they're going to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's going to know, baby. What's one thing that you have planned that you just know is going to break the internet? Can you give us a teaser?
We have a couple things in the works. I don't want to say too much now because they're still in the works. Let's just say there's some 2026 is going to be a big year for Smash Factory.
I love it. I love it.
Anybody that, I mean, going off what Adam said, that was well done. Well said. I'm going to go a little different direction here. Anybody that wants that smoke, we'll let you pick who you want to play. Bring that shit. Anybody you want, Smash Factory, we'll show up. Y'all show up, whatever you want to play for.
Okay, so as you know the name, I grew up in the hood, so I didn't grow up with people who supported me in golf because, I mean, here you only play football and basketball. But we want to create, along with what I said, a platform for those who aren't allowed or don't have the financial means to make this thing work. I've seen what it was like myself. I went to college playing Walmart clubs and nitro golf balls and thought I was the man. I don't want any other kids to go through what I went through. We wanted to create an environment to where it's applicable to all. So definitely the underprivileged or even like veterans. Like we have Adam, who is a veteran himself. So we want to reach out to them as well. I am also a Srixon staffer. Shout out to Clayton Garland. I am with Seymour Golf. Thanks to Mr. Jim G. I am with Russell. So I was with Nike Apparel at one point. The rep from that, Mr. Russell Riddell, he's no longer with them. He has Dunning and some more companies that he's subcontracting with, and also a member of the Elite Golfers Program for TrackMan. And when I say I, there's no I in team. There's an ME, me, but there's no such thing as that in the Smash Factor. We're all one. So what I have, we all have. So if there is anyone, any kids, any company, whatever the case may be, that may need clubs or guidance, whatever the case may be, hit the link in the description. Contact anybody there. We have conference calls every day, every other day, and we're going to do our best to make sure that we provide an environment, atmosphere for just everyone, man, because we all have a really big heart for the game, and part of having a big heart for this game is to reaching out to those who need the reaching out to. Reach one, teach one. And thank you for getting Josh for his on.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you and love all of that. Like, that's epic that you would even, because most people that are going to come, want to come on a podcast and talk about a group that they're going to start in the golf game is going to, talk about how they're going to beat everybody's ass, which y'all mentioned that. That's fine.
We're going to do that too.
There's a lot. Yeah, you're going to do that too. You're going to do that too. But the deal is that y'all have a lot bigger plans and a lot of things that a lot of groups aren't going to get into. And, I appreciate that, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that will. Thank y'all for coming on. Thank y'all for sharing this here on From the Bunker. As I've mentioned, a bunch of times, all these guys and Kelly that's not here, all their stuff will be in the description below, including the Smash Factory. You're going to want to follow every one of them. If you don't already, go hit those follow buttons wherever they're at and support these guys, man. They have some great things in the works, and as you just heard, they're going to be doing a lot of good. So this is the type of people that you want to support.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate you.
Like, follow, subscribe. The Smash Factor. Like, go, and subscribe.
Hit all the buttons.
Absolutely.
Description and link.
Yep. Hit the description below. We got everybody down there, guys. This was episode 11 of From the Bunker. This is Golf for Game. We got Neighborhood. We got Jedi. We got Weightless. We got Fore Right Sorry. We got the Legend JB. I appreciate all you guys. We'll talk to y'all soon. Episode 12 next week. See y'all. Bye.